first color that I have to show you is from MAC, and this is in the color Bad Fairy. Okay, so the reason there hasn't been a video in like 2-3 weeks is that I filmed my MAC nail polish Swatch My Stash, right? And it was like edited and it was all done and it was like ready to go, and then the footage like somehow got corrupted in my computer, and it was unsalvageable. And I was like so annoyed by that, and I like kind of took it personally, as much as you can take like technology glitches personally, and it just like put me off of wanting to do anything like technology wise at all. And so I took like a digital detox for a week, and then I got really sick, and then I went to Las Vegas, and then I got sick again. So I sound really sick. It's like not as bad as it sounds, but yeah, I filmed that whole video, and now I like don't even want to film the swatches for those anymore. So I will insert the pictures of all of the ones that I destashed. I destashed 5 of 6 nail polishes, and I'll show you the one that I am keeping. I'll swatch that one for you. But anyway, there are 6 colors. The first one is called Hyperion. It's like a gray. It's a light gray with a slight blue tint to it. I decided to destash that one because the formula wasn't very good, and I was keeping a light gray from a different from OPI. And then the next one was called Ming Blue, which was like a cobalt blue with like a blue shimmer. This is what it looks like. Destashing this one just because, again, I have a lot of blues that I just don't like, or I have a lot of blues that I do like, and I just didn't want to keep this one. The next one was called Jade Dragon. I think this one and Jade Dragon and the next one that I'm going to show you all came from the same collection. This is a dark green with a teal shimmer running through it. Again, I'm destashing this one just because there are other greens that I like more. This is the third one, and it's called Rain of Flowers, and it's a really, really dark inky purple with a blue shimmer. And again, this one's just getting destashed because I have a lot of purple. And then this one was called Alfredo, and this is like a swampy greenish yellow color, sort of like a Shrek yellow color. The formula was really, really kind of awful on this one, and I have a bunch of Shrek colors from OPI that I was going to keep instead, so this one's going to go. So those are the other 5 colors from MAC that I had, and I am going to swatch the one that I'm going to keep for you guys. This is Bad Fairy. This came out in the Venomous Villains collection. As you can see, it is a red glass fleck, but it shifts to like a green and or not a green, an orange and a gold as well. And this polish came out again in the Venomous Villains collection. I think the other colors in the Venomous Villains collections were really, really similar to the Orly Space Effects colors and the like those like glass fleck shifty colors, right? So the other 2 colors I didn't get from the Venomous Villains collection, but this one was the standout because of the way that the red shifted. So I had never seen a color like this before, and I loved it. And they didn't re-promote this until like 3 years later. And when it was re-promoted, I think it was for a holiday collection or something. I don't really remember. I totally was one of those people that was like online on MAC's website at like midnight and like got a backup of this color because it's so beautiful. MAC polishes are like, when I was buying MAC polishes were already like 14 bucks a pop. And I think now they're more expensive. I think they're in the like $16 to $18 range. So they are outrageously expensive for what they are. But this particular MAC polish is incredibly unique in the nail polish collection that I have, and I love it. It's very sheer in the first coat, but it does build up pretty well. So I will wait for this to dry, and I will do another coat. I'm going to go now with the next coat of Bad Fairy, and this builds up actually really, really nicely. There is quite a bit of color build up in that second coat. It is a little bit sheer, so I will do a third coat. Okay, get that out of the way. And yeah, I feel like the color just gets a little bit more red in that second coat, but the shimmer also comes out a lot as well. So that's the second coat of Bad Fairy. I'm going to go now with the third coat of Bad Fairy, and this does get opaque in 3 coats. And yeah, the color again builds up really nicely. The shimmer builds up a lot as well, so it's just like the most sparkly, beautiful red color, and I wish that this was a color that other brands made or that MAC made permanent, even though I wouldn't probably not buy another one of these for a MAC because they're so expensive. But yeah, I wish this was a more like easily attainable color because it is very, very pretty. So here's what it looks like up close. Again, this one I am keeping because it is the one of like 6 polishes for MAC that I decided to keep. But yeah, this is what it looks like up close. If I move my fingers, you guys can see the shift a little bit better. This is like not the best lighting for seeing shift in a color, but yeah, really, really pretty, and I love this color. So the rest of this video is actually going to be random polishes. I have this one, which is from Urban Outfitters, and then I have 2 from Misa, 1 from Ciate, 1 from Morgan, no, I have 1 from Sparitual, and then 4 from Sephora by OPI. My next 2 videos, I'm going to have a julep video, and then I'll have a Nubar video. And then those are sort of it for my like random brands that are, they're not quite drugstore, they are high-end, they're kind of hard to get, they're kind of, you know, those random brands. After that, I have Deborah Lippmann, and then I have Paw Nail Polish, which is like a Japanese brand, and then I think after that, it's like Rescue Beauty Lounge, and then all of my indies. So that's kind of the order that I'm going to do them in. After this video, I'll have, again, I'll have Julep, and then Nubar, and then my Deborah Lippmann, and then Paw Nail Polish, and then Rescue Beauty Lounge, and then all my indies. So yeah, that being said, all of those nail polishes will take quite a while because there's quite a few of those. So you guys will have probably another couple months at least of videos for these. But yeah, this is sort of winding down the more mainstream type of brands in this video and the next couple videos. And then after that, it's like indies. So yeah, again, this is from Urban Outfitters. This is in the color Bandeau. I purchased this one because it is a like, it's like a Crayola purple color, and I personally did not own a color like this before. I'm gonna say primary purple, even though people hate when I say that. But I say primary purple because it's like the purple that you think of when you think of like grape candy. It's that perfect sort of kids marker type of purple. And yeah, I had never seen a polish like this until I saw it at Urban Outfitters. Even in my OPI cream colors, like I don't have a color that's quite this saturated of a purple cream. The Funky Dunky, for example, by OPI is not this true of like a purpley shade. So yeah, that's why I've kept this for so long. It doesn't have the greatest formula. It does go kind of streaky. It also dries matte, so it has like, I think because of the pigment and like the way to get this sort of saturated bright type of purple, you need a little bit of a neon in it. I think that's why it dries matte. But yeah, I love this color. I don't know if you could still get it at Urban Outfitters because I don't go to Urban Outfitters ever. In fact, when I bought this was probably the last time that I went to an Urban Outfitters, and it was at the same time that I bought the Silver Hollow. So that's how old it is. So yeah, that's the first coat. You can see it goes on pretty streaky. You can see that this, my first finger is already drying kind of matte. So yeah, that is the first coat of Bandeau. I'm going to go now with the second coat of Bandeau, and this does get opaque in 2 coats. I do, because I know how the formula is, I do slightly thicker of a second coat just so that it covers completely on the nail and I don't have to mess with it too much on the nail. I do have to say that Urban Outfitters nail polishes are $5 each, so they're a pretty decent price. Like, they're cheaper than OPI and Essie and stuff that you could get at the drugstore. And, you know, $5 for a nail polish is not bad. So, yeah, that is 2 coats of Bandeau. So this is what it looks like up close. This one I am going to keep. Again, I do use this quite often, and I love the way that it is just such a, like, perfect Crayola purple color. So, yeah, this is Bandeau by Urban Outfitters, and I'm going to keep it. The next polish that I have to show you is from Misa. This is called Office Polish-tics, and I don't actually know where you can purchase Misa. This one Sarah gave to me quite a while ago. This is a really sort of dusty gray color with a tint of like a purpley blue in it, so it's not quite a pure gray, but it does have that sort of, you know, washed out chic dark grayish color to it, if that made any sense. Anyway, in the first coat, it goes on pretty nicely. It is a cream polish, so for me, it's kind of like the standard cream polish formula in that the first coat is not terrible, but in the second coat it gets fully opaque. And yeah, that is what the first coat looks like. I'm going to go in with the second coat of Office Polish-tics, and this gets fully opaque in 2 coats again. This does get a little bit more saturated. It doesn't get any deeper in 2 coats, but the gray is a little bit stronger. So yeah, that is what the second coat looks like. So this is what it looks like up close. This one I am going to destash. I do really like the color, but I think there are, like, I have a couple of sort of like washed out dusty blues and purples that would read too similar to this, so I am going to destash it. The next polish that I have to show you is from Ciate, and this is in the color oh, it's in the color Jewel. I was staring at the back of this for like 30 seconds and like reading up here and I couldn't find it, and it's right there in the middle. So yeah, this is the only color that I have from Ciate. This one I actually picked up. So this brand, Pixie Woo, was the first one that I heard talk about this brand. And this was like before all the drama went down with Ciate, right? So Sam for Pixie Woo had like a red manicure from Ciate going one day. And I thought, oh, that's really pretty. Like, I'll look into that brand. And then after that, I kind of forgot about it. And then I'm going to shake this up one more time. And then Adele at the Grammys one year had this color on the top of her nails, and then on the underside of her nail she had like red painted in to make it look like a pair of Louboutin shoes. So this particular color I bought because Adele had used this on the top of her nail and it looked kind of just like crushed rainbow diamonds. It's amazing looking. And then all the drama with Ciate went down and I was just so put off by them that I never wanted to purchase them from them again. So that's how I ended up with this one singular polish from Ciate. The drama went down and it wasn't enough for me to get rid of this particular polish because this one is very, very pretty. This is the only also like string glitter that I have because I'm not entirely a fan of the way it looks. However, this one I like because it is hollow. So this particular polish, again, is called Jewel, and it is a slightly blue tinted base with a glitter running through it, but the glitter is like vertical strips, so like kind of string type of glitter, and it's completely like it's a hollow glitter. So I was super, super into it. I'm still super into it. It's still really pretty. Ciate has still left sort of a bad taste in my mouth all these years later, so I don't ever plan to like purchase them ever again. But this particular one is very, very pretty. In the first coat, you can see that it does have a pretty decent glitter pickup. Like, you get quite a bit of glitter on your nail. It's not opaque by any means. I do wear this one opaque though, so I'll show you what it looks like layered upon itself to where it's fully opaque. So yeah, that is the first coat of Jewel by Ciate. I am going to go in with the second coat of Jewel, and this builds up the glitter quite nicely. Again, this is the only glitter that I have with this sort of texture, this sort of string glitter. I don't remember what it's called. You know, just stringy glitter, I guess. It's, again, not my favorite look. This one I can handle because I wear it fully opaque, so it just kind of looks like shards of hollow diamonds on your nails. But do you guys remember when Sally Hansen came out with, like, the feather finish glitter, which was just, like, the stringy glitter, but in, like, matte colors? So there was, like, a blue and green and white one, I think, and I just, like, it just sort of freaked me out. I'm not a fan of stringy glitter. OPI had a couple of them for a while, and they were hollow as well, but they weren't as fine as these pieces were, so even if you layered it up and it was opaque, you could still tell that it was like individual stringy pieces of glitter. Yeah, not my fave. So yeah, that's what 2 coats looks like. It's not fully opaque yet, so I will do another coat, but you can see that it is building up quite well, and that sort of crushed diamonds look is starting to get really more apparent on the nail. I'm going to go now with the third coat of Ciate's Jewel, and this does get fully opaque in 3 coats. You can see also that the tint in the nail polish itself, that slightly blue tint, is more apparent when you layer it up as well. So yeah, that's what 3 coats of Jewel looks like. So here's what it looks like up close. Again, super, super pretty when it's layered up, and again, the only Ciate nail polish that I own. The next polish that I have to show you is from Sparitual, and this is in the color It's Raining Men. This is a color I think I saw on Tumblr like a really long time ago, and I thought it was really pretty. It was a brand that I had never heard of at the time, and I didn't know where to get them until suddenly they were available on Sephora. And this is the one polish that I wanted from them because it was like a periwinkle to gold, like orangey gold duochrome. It is very, very sheer, so you can tell in the first coat that it kind of looks like nothing on the nail. It does build up decently. This one is like a 3-coater, but you know, for how sheer it is in the first coat, for it to be opaque in 3 coats is kind of amazing. So yeah, that's what the first coat looks like. I'm gonna go now with the second coat of It's Raining Men, and this builds up the color quite nicely in 2 coats. You can see that it's like gotten pretty opaque. The blue comes out a little bit more. The shimmer comes out a little bit more. It is still pretty sheer in the second coat, so I will do a 3rd coat again. But yeah, it's a pretty polish nonetheless. I like the handle of this polish, like the brush handle. It makes it kind of easy to hold it. I don't know if this is still available at Sephora, this brand. I don't think it is. I feel like it was like a very short-lived brand at Sephora. But anyway, it's very pretty. I'm going to go now with the 3rd coat of It's Raining Men, and this is as opaque as it gets in 3 coats. You can see that it's pretty much fully opaque. In this angle, again, the light sort of shines straight through my nail when there's polishes like this, so it looks like it's still sheer, but if I move my nails like this, it's out of focus, but you can see that my index finger is fully opaque. So yeah, that is what the 3rd coat looks like. So I am going to destash this one. I don't wear it very often. You can see the color shift actually really nicely here. I don't wear it very often. As pretty as it is, it's just not one that I reach for. The last 4 polishes that I have to show you are all from Sephora by OPI. This one is called 212 Sephora. And I miss Sephora by OPI colors. I thought they had some really nice colors. This one in particular, I remember seeing on Temptalia. I think it was on Temptalia, and it was like an exclusive color to the Times Square location, I think, which is why it's called 212, and you could get it online. And this is a really hard to describe color. The base color is sort of like, just sort of like a dirty, like bronzy, blackened bronze color that has a sort of slight green shift to it. There is also a hollow micro glitter running through it and an opalescent flaky running through it. And at the time, I felt like this combination of things in a mainstream type of brand was really hard to find. And I love just how like edgy this color looks when it's fully opaque. So yeah, that's what the first coat looks like. I'm going to go in with the second coat of 212 Sephora now, and this one builds up really nicely. It is a darker color, so the darker colors I feel like build up pretty easily in 2 coats. And you can see all of the like things inside the polish better in 2 coats. So the opalescent flakies come out better, the hollow micro glitter comes out better, and then if you look really, really close, that base that is that sort of blackened, sort of dirty, greenish patina bronze type of color is also slightly shimmered as well. So that's just like, it's one of those polishes that has a million things going on in it, but put together, it is like a really cool, really edgy sort of color. So here's what it looks like up close. Again, really complicated color, lots of things going on in the polish, but really pretty nonetheless. This one I am going to keep for now. I am going to actually compare it to OPI's My Private Jet. Not the original, but the sort of re-release that they did that is that sort of coffee brown speckled hollow type of color. And some other colors at the very end of this series to see how this compares to these sort of multifaceted edgy sort of dark colors to see which ones I do want to end up keeping. This one is very, very pretty though. The next polish that I have to show you is called Good Tidings We Bling, and this is a slightly darkened tint with a Christmas glitter running through it. Again, I really miss Sephora by OPI. I thought they were great polishes. They had combos that OPI, like normal OPI, would never do, including this type of polish. And yeah, again, it's not quite clear. It is slightly darkened with like almost like a smoky gray, but It only really shows up when you layer it all the way. This is another polish that I do layer all the way, so I will show you what it looks like with 3 coats. But yeah, I really like this polish. It has micro glitters, it has hex glitter, and it's, you know, Christmas colors. So that's what the first coat looks like. I'm gonna go in now with the second coat of Good Tidings We Bling, and this builds up the glitter pretty well. And yeah, the tinted base also gets a little bit darker as well. I'm gonna go now with the third coat of Good Tidings We Bling, and this gets, well, as opaque as I would ever use it. I wouldn't say fully opaque, but there's quite a bit of glitter and the tint gets a little bit darker as well. So that's what the third coat looks like. So here's what it looks like up close. Again, it's not fully opaque, but this is generally how I wear it. I kind of like the way that it looks just kind of like glitter on the nail, but it has a slight tint to it. So yeah, this is another one that's also really good for layering. There's not much else I can say about it because you can't get it anymore, and I don't think it's easy to find either, but it is a very, very pretty color. This one I am going to keep for now. Again, I kind of have to evaluate where all of my holiday type colors go. I've kept quite a few of them and I don't need all of them. So at the very end of this series, I will be destashing a few of them. The next color I have to show you from Sephora by OPI is called Metro Chic. I honestly sort of feel like I may have already swatched this for you guys before, but I'm not entirely sure. I couldn't find it in the videos that I've done so far. So if I have, then I'm just going to swatch it for you again. This particular color was another one from Sephora by OPI that was really talked about. It was a really popular color. For a lot of people, it was their go-to and favorite sort of fall, gragey, chic type of color. This is lighter and less brown than OPI's You Don't Know Jacques. It's not as purple and it's a little bit more gray than Parlez-vous OPI. So it was just one of those colors that was sort of the perfect in-between sort of fall color, and I love it. It's got a cream finish. Sorry about that. It's got a cream finish and it's got a pretty good formula. It's not opaque in one coat, but it does build up fully opaque in 2, and it's really easy to use, and it's just flattering on everyone. So yeah, that's the first coat of Metro Chic. I'm going to go in with the second coat of Metro Chic. Again, this is fully opaque in 2 coats. Very, very pretty fall chic color again. Very easy to use. I loved the brushes on these polishes. I liked the formula on these polishes. I wish that Sephora by OPI was still a thing again. So this is what Metro Chic looks like up close. This one I am going to keep as well. This one, because I'm going to keep, I'm probably going to end up destashing some of the SUs that I kept. But yeah, this one is super pretty. Again, I wish that Sephora by OPI at least was like stuck around for like 5 or 6 colors. I know they wouldn't have done that, but this is particularly one that I wish they kept around. The last polish that I have to show you is called Only Gold For Me Top Coat. This is a gold glitter top coat. This is actually the gold glitter top coat that I use the most because I think it's one of the only ones that I have kept. And yeah, there's not very much to say about it. I'm going to put it over Metro Chic just to show you guys what it looks like. I never really use this one on its own. I always layer it. It is quite a thicker base, but there is a lot of glitter pickup in it, as you can see, so that's why I've kept this one, and it's just honestly because it was around when I was using these, so for whatever reason this is the one that I kept. So this is what it looks like up close. Again, it's sort of a standard gold glitter top coat. It's not too covering, it's not too sparse, pretty easy to use. So these are all the polishes that are going to keep this round. Thank you guys so much for being so patient while I kind of just disappeared there for about 2 weeks. And I hope you guys have been well. I hope you guys had a lovely holiday season. I hope you guys are having a really nice New Year's as well. It's New Year's Eve probably when you guys see this because I am filming this Saturday night, so it's gonna go up a little bit late, but I hope you guys have a wonderful New Year's, and thank you guys so much for an entire year of support and for watching these Swatch My Stash videos and for enjoying these videos and commenting every week. And just generally being supportive. Oh, I forgot one more. I am keeping Metro Chic as well. But yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely 2018, have a lovely holiday, and are excited for more Swatch My Stash. And again, thank you guys so much for being so cool. You guys are seriously the best subscribers, and I could not ask for more. So yeah, hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you guys soon.